understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. All right? Go ahead.
But to them, it is not given.
So I show you right there that it's not for everybody, all right? But to them it's not given, all right? It's not given unto everybody. It's given unto the elect of the Most High to know the mysteries. Really the prophets though, and the prophets got to go out and teach, you know?
Got something? Got something?
I got something more. I got something else.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 62.
Yeah.
These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee,
Ooh,
and a few like thee.
Oh, that's the spirit. Read that again?
It says, this is the 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 62.
Yeah.
These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee.
Yeah, so the Lord only revealed his secrets unto certain men, right? The elect of the, first of all, it's only of the nation of Israel, right? It's not revealed unto the other nations, right? The Lord is only dealing with the Israelites, and within the Israelites, he's dealing with the elect of Israel, right? And he said, read that again?
It says, these things have I not showed unto all men.
So he ain't showed unto all men. That's a precept that link up with Revelation 13 and 10. Go ahead.
But unto thee,
Yep.
and a few like thee.
And a few like thee, that's the elect. The 144,000, that's what does.
That's right.
What?
It says, then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times.
That's right.
But at what time thou hast not shown me.
Okay. You got something, bro? You got something?
I'll bring something. There's Hosea, matter of fact, somebody get Hosea, the 2nd chapter. Hosea 4:6. Hosea 2 and 2.
Somebody say something while you looking for the scripture.
Yeah, so the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, starting with his elect, right?
You want Hosea what?
So he getting it. Starting with the elect.
You want to get it first?
Hosea 2 and 2. It says, plead with your mother, plead, but she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms.
Right, so read it again one more time.
It says, plead with your mother, plead, but she is not my wife.
Now, this the Most High is referencing himself as being a husband and Israel as being that wife. How do we know that? You don't got to get it, but Jeremiah 62, right?
Yeah.
And he referenced Israel as being a wife. In this case, he's comparing Israel as an adulterous wife. Go ahead.
Neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms.
So the Most High see, when our people worship these different gods and partake in different religions, he see that as adultery, as a woman stepping out of a relationship. Go ahead.
It says, put away her
And that's
whoredoms.
pretty much what's happening right now. Like when he put the scripture said that the Most High, he's a jealous power. So when you put your trust in politics, Joe Biden, or Barack Obama, what's his bitch name, Kamala Harris,
Yeah, Kamala Harris.
you know, that's you setting up or you deifying a person.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight and her adulteries from between her breasts, lest I strip her naked and set her as in the day that she was born.
Right, so it's unless I strip her naked and set her as the day she was born. That's like you have your woman and you know she need a phone. You get her the next updated iPhone. You know what I'm saying? She want this bag, you buy her that bag. Then you come to find out that phone you bought her, she using that phone to call the next nigga.
Yeah.
That bag you bought her, she's showing off that bag to get the next nigga. So that's how the Most High felt Israel taking, you know, all the blessings that he gave to them and worshiping towards other gods, making sacrifices to different gods.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, lest I strip her naked and set her as in the day that she was born.
And that's what the Most High did. He stripped us naked, meaning he removed everything from us. He took us out of the land of Israel. He took away his name out of our mouth, and he took away this knowledge. Go ahead.
And make her as a wilderness.
And make her as a wilderness. What's a wilderness? A wilderness is something that is deprived of water. And Israel became deprived of water, became dehydrated. That's why Israel is looking for answers. They're looking for that quench of that water, but they never find it. That's why Romans 11 and 7. Okay.
Psalm 63 and 1. O Most High, thou art my power. Early will I seek thee. My soul.
Yeah, early will I seek thee. Because before we came into this thing, we somewhat had a spiritual inquiry. And we was, I'll give you a I'll give you a testimony for myself. Like before I came into this thing, you know, I know this brother since I was young. I remember making a statement to him. I said, the next time you go into church, I'm coming with you. I had my own demons I was fighting, and it just so happened, you know, went to church again. Yeah. But I'm using myself to make the example because our spirit search out for truth. Our spirit search out for answers. That's us thirsting. And you know, and of course you're gonna dove into other things, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't quench you. It doesn't give you that full satisfaction. And Lord have mercy on me, and you know, He sent me to the right path. Right. Is it more?
Yep. Psalm 63 and 1. O Most High, thou art my power. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. My flesh longeth.
Because this is the water, and we thirsting for that water. Go ahead.
My soul thirsted for thee in a dry and thirsty land. Put the camera on me, my soul thirsted.
That's why Jacob, they'll dove in all these different philosophies, and it's never enough. It is never enough because their soul is still not at peace. Because when you come into this thing, you feel a level of peace. You said that one time, you know? You said when you was lined up, you know, you felt that peace. And that happened with all of us. You just like, all right, this gotta be the truth, man. Everything that's happening in life starts to make sense. Go ahead.
It says, O Most High, thou art my power. Early will I seek thee. My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is.
In a dry and thirsty land. And that's twofold. We actually in a dry and thirsty land where Israel not even having no truth. You know what I'm saying? Majority of our people's in a zombie estate.
I got something real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones and caused me to pass by them round about.
The bones of Israel. And they didn't have this knowledge, so that's why they was bones. They was dead. Okay?
And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
That's right. That's Israel being a skeleton estate, meaning spiritually dead.
Yeah.
You got more?
That was put in that one that found something that was reading, like in the brother was reading in Hosea. It was like how you gonna strip thee bare and you gonna be like in the day you was born. Cause you know when we was in Egypt, we didn't have no defense. We was basically helpless, like a baby that's a newborn. You helpless, you know. So that was it. Someone said on that.
That's in Psalm 63?
Yeah.
I got something back there real quick. This is John 4 and 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. You know, and that's this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, all right? You receive this water, all right? And you refreshed, all right? You become born again, all right? Into this knowledge, you become a new man, a new creature, all right? You strip off the old man, all right? And you get yourself together with your help by Shalom. Shalom, you know? You got something? I'm gonna read it again. This is John 4 and 14. For whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. All right? You shall never thirst, all right? All right? Because the Lord said, out of his belly shall run rivers of living water, roughly paraphrasing, all right? It says, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life, all right? And this truth is going to bring us into the kingdom, all right? The scriptures tell you that the kingdom of heaven is in us, you know? It starts with the men of Israel getting on one accord with Yahweh by Shem Yahshua, because we married unto him. all right? We didn't went off. We betrayed the Lord, all right? We were disobedient. We fell short of the glory, all right? And the Lord has given us grace. He basically forgiven a harlot, so to speak. So we was whores, all right? Joined in, following after idols and other philosophies, you know? And now we seeking the Lord to the best of our ability and begging him to take us back. Like, Lord, forgive me, you know?
So the Lord said to seek him 10 times.
10 times more. Because it was in your mind to go straight from the Lord. Yet again, seek him 10 times more. All right? So search after the Lord, seek the Lord, all right? You know?
I got something to, dealing with the water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is John chapter 7, verse 38. I'm going to start at verse 37. It says, in the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahweh Shai stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink.
Yep.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Yeah, so he that believeth on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, as the scripture has said. So it's not of our own mind and of our doing. We going according to the scriptures, all right? All right? That's what the Lord said. Don't lean into your own understanding. All right? The heart, which is your lie, which is your mind, is desperately wicked. Who shall know it? All right? So we got to go through the guidelines of the scriptures, all right? According to the scriptures. All right? And then the Lord said, behold, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So everything in this book is of Yahweh Shai, all right? And that's how you come onto him, by taking heed and learning from the servants, the elders, the apostles, the men of the Lord, all right? Because you got to be guided in this truth, all right? You can't just come self-willed and make it seem like you just got all the answers. That's not the thing. You got to come. That's what the Lord said, the meek shall inherit the earth, all right?
That's why Yahweh Shai, he told Nicodemus, you got to be born again.
Yeah, you got to be born again. It's not talking about
actually coming out your mother's womb again.
Exactly.
It's talking about renewed in the spirit.
Yeah, renewed in the spirit of your mind. Because Nicodemus is looking at it carnally, you know? You get cleansed, you get born again by the washing of the word, all right? Spiritually, all right? Being renewed in your mind.
What's the yellow thing?
This is Proverbs 16, the preparation of the arts in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
Yeah, so everything is from the Lord, all right? The preparation of the hearts and of the tongue is of the Lord, all right? So it's not of us, it's the Lord that put the Rakal Kadash upon us, and we speak these heavenly things, all right? All right? Go ahead, suppose more?
Yeah. Verse 2, all the ways of man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirit.
Yeah, so, and a man, his own heart and his own mind, all right? He think what he's doing is right to the Lord, all right? But it got to be of the preparation of the Most High, because the Lord could deceive you too. The Lord said the deceiving and deceiver is right?
That's right.
So, you know.
I got something. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah, what's the ways that seem right unto men in this earth, right? Following after money, chasing money, all right? Oh, chasing a woman, all right? Chasing a career. Oh, I'm gonna be Muslim. I'm gonna be Buddhist. I'm atheist. You know what I mean? Oh, I believe in myself, all right? That's ways that seem right to a man. It might even look good. It might even look right. Yeah, you look at him like, yeah, he got everything together. Oh, he a godly man. He pray 10 times a day, you know? He got a nice car, he got a home, all right? He got a woman, his kids is in orders, all right? It seemed right to a man, but then he got all that, but then he gonna go trust for Biden. He gonna go vote for Biden. You get what I'm saying? So to the end day of his death, all right? We gotta follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? The power of Israel. That's the only way, that's the only that's right. Go ahead.
That's right. I sit on that.
You got something else? Yeah, because man's going is of the Lord, all right? Man's going is of the Lord, all right? How can a man understand his own way, all right?
I got something else.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Yep.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
Yeah, the scriptures tell you that, and the multitude of counselors is safety, all right? And we got the ultimate counselors, the elders and apostles, because they got the Rakal Kadash on them. How do you think we learned this truth? We didn't just wake up and knew that we was Israelites. Them men was toiling for 30, Apostle Hub been toiling for 30 years plus, all right? Before we was even born, when we was still in the spiritual world, all right? And the Lord gave every brother they lots, all right? And at an appointed time, we all woke up, all right?
really this truth has been out since the late '60s, man.
Even before that.
Started with Abba Bivens,
Yep,
you know,
yep, exactly.
and through which we believe is Elijah the prophet coming back in the reincarnation, man.
Yep.
And you know, it started with him, man.
Yeah.
And now you see it flourished all the way to this day, man. You know, that we're able to come out and teach this word, man.
Yep.
Properly talk from our apostles and our elders, man.
Yep.
You know, learn from them, men. You know. And those men learn from, you know, their elders.
I would just say that,
you know?
and that's their elders from the direct line from Abba Bivens on down. Abba Bivens taught Ariab, Yaiqub, King Marshall, and that's who the apostles and elders that we got today learn from.
Right.
So that's that direct line.
That's right.
All right, and Abba Bivens is on the scene. All right, that's John the Baptist. That's Elijah. All right. And that was Yahushua's cousin.
Yeah.
So we got the Rakal Kadash, all right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great day, dreadful day.
Name what you read it from.
Yeah, Malachi 4, verse 5.
Yeah.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great day, dreadful day of the Lord.
That's right, man. And that day came during the late 60s, early 70s, man. All right? For the great day of the Lord, man. All right? That's how we're able to know this knowledge, this great understanding of the scriptures, man. You see? You got guys that they don't believe in reincarnation, man, but how can you explain that scripture right there, man? That means that Elijah, all right, he had to come. He had to come before, you know what I'm saying, the Lord comes back, man.
Yeah.
And right now, all these prophecies are taking place, man. That means that the prophet Elijah already came, man.
Yeah.
You see?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, read that again.
Malachi 4, verse 5.
Yeah.
Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Yeah, and what did John the Baptist do? All right, he prepared the way for the Lord. All right, the same thing that Abba Bivens did in these days. All right, in the last days. All right, because he had the Spirit and he let us know who he was. All right, and it passed down. All right, preparing the way of the Lord. All right, before that great destruction comes. All right, and that's nothing is new under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun, man. You know.
Yeah, because
He had a little more.
during the time of Abba Bivens, you know, they mainly knew that Judah was one of the tribes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew that Gad and the Native Americans, you know, they were Israelites and other tribes was Israelites, but the Spirit they revealed to him the breakdown of it.
Yeah, come.
And then one night Ariel was sleeping, and the Spirit just woke him up, and he went to the school and just broke down all of the tribes.
Oh yeah.
But that's the Spirit.
Yeah, that's the Spirit.
That's the Spirit. He was in his bed, and the Spirit just woke him up, and he just went to the school and just broke down all of the tribes. But that's the Spirit, man.
Nah, that's the Spirit.
And that shows that through the Spirit, it be certain scriptures you never understood. You probably read it a bunch of times, but the Most High would just
And then one day it's
open your mouth. So that's not impossible. People that's not in this truth can't receive that.
Yeah,
They're not spiritual.
Yeah, that's
You know?
spiritual. Come.
And you know that Ariel, you know, he's a man of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Regardless of what, you know, his mind ain't right now, you know.
He fulfilling the scriptures.
He fulfilling the scriptures, man.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
Because for a man to get that type of knowledge like that, and the chart is on point, man.
Exactly.
The chart is on point.
Yeah.
It is on point. When you go into Genesis 49, what's going before you, and the days talking to the sons of Jacob, all right, it's on point. Judah gonna be in the midst of in the neck of his enemies, all right?
Yep.
And Judah got it the worst. You can't tell me that ain't the so-called Negroes in America. You can't tell me that, man.
And the people out there that deny the tribe,
Yeah.
they just can't break it down.
They can't break it down.
The 12
Yeah.
tribes, they can't break it down. Like, when you go into the history of all of the 12 tribes,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like it says Simeon and Levi.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
says Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, wait a minute, hold on.
But, you know,
Hold on,
it's
exactly.
particular,
They say, hold on, well, it says Simeon and Levi are brethren, but all of the tribes are brethren.
Yeah.
The reason why it says Simeon and Levi are brethren because the two tribes live on the same island.
Exactly.
Scripture tell you, be not thou united. For the Most High want them united. That's why, for example, one part of the island speaking Creole, other part speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's real.
That's how they named that man.
Yeah.
One tribe with most like so-called Negroes than the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they're not united. Not only that, what you call it? You go to you got a lot of Haitians that live in the Dominican Republic, right? Now the Dominican Republic is kicking them Haitians out. But here's the thing about it: when you go into the Dominican Constitution, it tells you that you're a Dominican based upon just soli. Just soli means right by the soil. Meaning if you're born on the soil, you're a Dominican citizen. But why are they kicking them out? Because why? Because I said we not united.
Yeah.
They don't know that's the prophecy. They don't know that. But the Most High knows that.
Yeah,
so he got
exactly.
that happen.
Yeah, okay.
But look, into the spirit, how about your shop? I was gonna do a show on that a minute ago. I want to go into it.
Yeah,
That's
it.
spirit. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them so-called Dominicans, they go back to Judah too.
Yeah.
Go back to the tribe of Judah.
A lot of Judex on Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37. Yes, sir.
I got something real quick. I mean, if you want.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's Ezekiel 37. It's going in on the chart, you know what I mean? Because the Lord said that.
Start around 16.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got guys that try to debunk the 12 tribe chart, like it's not a true depiction of the tribes, man, of what the tribes, what they stand for, who the tribes today. You know, you got guys that try to say that all the tribes were so-called Negroes. That the Lord is not dealing with the so-called Puerto Ricans, Latino tribes, and the Native American tribes, which is all bullshit, man.
Yeah, it's bullshit because what proves it's bullshit. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right, the Lord said, "I'm gonna scatter thee amongst all nations." All right, it ain't gonna just be so-called black men coming into this thing. All right, the Lord said that his heritage is fruitful, like a speckled bird. All right. We coming from all walks of life.
But when you really look down at it, all 12 tribes, the progenitors of the 12 tribes, they were all dark skinned anyway.
Yeah, they was. Yeah.
So
In the beginning, that's how the 12 tribes look.
they were all dark skinned at one time. You know.
You didn't have tribes that was in Egypt that looked like. You didn't have nobody part of 12 tribes that looked like Asa de la Hoya in ancient Egypt or Jennifer Lopez. They didn't like that back then.
Because if you when you visit those islands, Puerto Rico, DR, you see dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned, people speaking the language, Spanish, whatever those consistent islands, they dark-skinned too. It's certain, you got fair-skinned ones, and then you got dark-skinned ones, man. But
from Columbus, man, because remember Columbus and the next.